Alright, let's give it a minute. Listen to myself. Do I hear myself? Listen to myself. Yep, I hear myself. Alrighty. Hello everyone, Bubble Ninja 720 here, bringing you part 143 of my live stream playthrough for Final Fantasy 14. So I'm over here in the Azim step, because this will be an unlock. Purple Rain. Could I ask for your help? I have no one else to turn to. I've searched all over the Azim steppe for one single flower. Someone told me that it was sold in Reunion, but I have had no luck here either. Could you search for this flower for me? It shall not be a dangerous task by any means. No, I should not lie, least of all to a visitor to our land. It will be a job fraught with peril. For the only way to obtain the flower I require is by slaying a purple. If you are willing to help, you should be able to find some north of here. Please slay 3 of them and bring back their flowers. Oh, it's the fat chocobo. And if you notice, to get him to fly, you gotta have him eat cake. So we're gonna go do this, so this unlocks another custom delivery guy. I have not unlocked this one on my main, actually. Purples are offshoots of the Mulburrows. So we're gonna knock this stuff out, and then we will go unlock that guy, and then I'll go do Kurenai stuff, and then it's knock out, whatchamacallit, storyline. We're gonna try and get to that first dungeon. Hey, oh, not Lefty. Oof. Alrighty. Were you able to get 3 of the flowers? Oh my, that stench. Quite ghastly indeed. I suppose I should tell you just why I needed these flowers. I belong to the Adarkam, the largest of the Zayla tribes. Recent events have led to me being considered as a future Khan. The position brings with it much power and pleasures, but by the same token it has given rise to bitter and bloody rivalries. My elder brother was a candidate before me, but after no less than 8 attempts on his life, he vanished with nary a trace. In his absence, I have risen in the line of succession, meaning I am now the marked man. I did not ask for this. Alas, wishing that it were not so will not stay the daggers in the dark. That is why I sought out these foul-smelling flowers, to ward off would-be assassins, and thanks to your help, I may enjoy a moment's respite. In the meantime, I will set about finding a permanent solution to my problem. That is, finding my brother, Adkirag. Unless I do so, there will be no peace for me, save in death. Alright, so this should unlock it. I pray to the gods that this is true. Because otherwise I'll have wasted 2 more Aetheryte tickets. Alrighty, Ah, it did unlock. Sweet. Like I said, I haven't done this yet on on my main character, so. Between a rock and the hard place. Well, well, if it ain't the dependable adventurer. I've heard about what you've done for Zoe, and I want to express my gratitude. When last I spoke with the lass, she couldn't say enough good things about you. Surely you've got a good heart beating in that breast, which is why I'm hoping you could do me another favor. Do you know a fellow named Adkareg, owner of the Hard Place? Even if you haven't spoken with him, you're bound to have seen him at the very least, by virtue of his unique attire. Something clearly weighs on his mind of late, and it ain't just the peculiar headpiece he wears. Why, even the piggy face seems to look downcast. Thinking to help out a fellow man, I went and asked what troubled him, but he wasn't minded to talk. Might be as it's because he regards the house as a competitor. Whatever his reasons, he refuses to open up to me, but I dare say you'll fare better. When you have a spare moment, I'd thank you to seek him out. See if you can coax out whatever it is that's bothering him. Sure thing, I'll do that. Just that. Just so I can get an update on added doohickeys. Well now, you certainly are not typical of our clientele, but if you are not here for our famous hospitality, what could you possibly be here for? Hero is here for you, Master Adkareg. Doubtless he heard your fussing and fretting from a mile away, and being the kindly soul that he is, he's come to check on you. Isn't that right, Hero? Kind of, yeah. Your concern is wholly misguided. Why would the proprietor of a wildly successful establishment such as mine have aught to worry about? Look into these eyes and tell me you see even a fleck of doubt. Oh, this must be the parchment you were staring at so intently earlier. My, such a fine parchment it is. Much, much finer than anything Zoe has. These numbers in it don't look so fine, though. If I don't know better, I'd say you're making a... What are you... You shouldn't be. Massive loss. Is this true? The illustrious Adkareg, entrepreneur extraordinaire, making a loss. The mere suggestion is laughable. Who am I fooling? Of late, adventurers have been flocking to the Far East. Littleshire is all but forgotten. Business has dried up, and the hard place is ironically in a hard place. You mustn't give up, Master Adkareg. If there's any way Zoe can help, just say so. For example, I can supply you with flatbread. They might be a little on the stale side, but a little staleness never killed anyone. At least not Zoe. But whatever happens, we can't allow the hard place to go out of business. If it does, what would happen to Menfina's arms and all the children she holds in her loving embrace? You must think of the children. Speaking of which, when did I feed them last? Was it yesterday or the day before? Oh, but such minutiae as mealtime are of no consequence next to the threat of closure. We've been doing so well with Hero's help. Zoe can't bear the thought of having it all come undone now. Please, I need a place to hide. Oh dear, what's going on? Whatever it is, my illustrious self cannot in good conscience turn away a damsel in distress. Quickly, my fair lady, don this. Hey Flex, how you doing? Another piggy outfit. I take it you're in charge of this place. We are searching for an Ishgardian woman named of Melody. Have you seen her? I advise you to be truthful, else there will be repercussions. We know of no such woman, and even if we did, we are disinclined to cooperate with brutes who make threats. I advise you not to cause trouble in my establishment. Else you will have to answer to me, the illustrious Adkareg, and the battle-hardened Killinarian there. Point taken. Don't take it personally, eh? We're just doing our jobs. We're done here. Yeah, you don't want to eat my frying pan. Well, what a rude pair. What did you... Did you see their hair? Ridiculous, wasn't it? What was I going to say? Oh, right. Why were they after you? First, allow me to thank you. As you may have gathered, was a maid. I served an Ishgardian nobleman, but he treated me most cruelly. Unable to bear the torment any longer, I chose to flee from his household. I'd given little thought to what I would do after I had made good my escape, but I cannot well return to Ishgard. You have already done me a great kindness by harboring me, but will you not take me into your employ? I have nowhere else to turn, and I promise I shall work very hard. I see. I should be glad to welcome you into the fold, but I will not lie. The business has seen better days, and you may well be boarding an airship that will go down in flames. Oh, I have a plan. One that will change the fortunes of the hard place. Would you like to know what it is? But of course you do. So I will tell you right now. We create a new menu. Miss Melody, you are an Ishgardian and a maid. That's to say, an Ishgardian maid. It's only right to assume that you are familiar with your nation's cuisine. With your knowledge, you can help us introduce new dishes. You assume rightly, Mr. Zoe. I'm well acquainted with Ishgardian cuisine, be it that partaken by highborn or low, and I am pleased to say that I'm not without skill in the kitchen. I should be glad to assist in this endeavor. Did you hear that, hero? We have the knowledge and skill to prepare the dishes. The only things we're missing now are ingredients, and utensils, and cutlery, and possibly some other trifle that hasn't occurred to me yet. Anyway, being the resourceful adventurer you are, Zoe has no doubt that you can supply all these things. Yeah. If we can make the hard place thrive again, so too will the whole of Idyllshire. That's a good thing. Like pineapple pudding, or juice, both of which can be purchased with the scrips you can earn by contributing to this cause. I still need to ask Mr. Zelina about it, of course, but I'm sure she'll say yes. We were really, really good friends after all. As a matter of fact, Zoe will go and speak with her right now. Well, it appears that all has been decided for me. Spontaneously though it was conceived, young Zoe's plan holds promise. Our success rides upon your ability to provide us with what we need, but Zoe has placed her trust in you, and so shall I. I beg you, help us bring the hard place back from the brink. Lest you worry about recompense, if the house itself will be supporting the endeavor, you may be assured that your efforts will not go unrewarded. I, for my part, care not for profit. The house is welcome to everything so long as the hard place survives. Without further ado, then, let us set to work. Go forth, my friend, and bring us the Ishgardian culinary essentials we require. My voice is dying. I need a drink. Yay, unlock. That's a little bit better. And like I said, I have yet to actually unlock this guy on my main. So this was new to me. Kaishir had a bonus, but I can't do any more for Kaishir. So this will give me 1 million. And it's the same price, same amount for Kurenai as well. Oh, his assistant left. Alright, so we're gonna go over to Kurenai over in Tamamizu. Nope, not that one. Better. Alright, custom deliveries, Kurenai, Girabanian remedy components. I need 3, or was it 6? We're gonna start with 3 and then we'll go from there. Go to this blue merchant. No, not weapons. You doof. Oh, you need 2, so I need another 3 more. how much of it... Ah, so it does boost me quite a bit. Alright. Duly noted. Alright, let's turn these in. Pardon my yawn. Ooh, there was actually cards that we had over there. With your cooperation, I'm confident that we can convince the citizens to embrace change. The items sought by Kerr and I fall into three categories: crafted items, attainable by disciples of the hand; gathered items by disciples of the land; and fish by fishers. Furthermore, Kerr and I deals only in collectibles. In order to deliver an item, you must be its corresponding class and level 62 or above. If you are level 99 or below, you will be rewarded experience points instead of the level 100 scripts reward. Information on how to find individual items may be found in the following manner. Disciple of the hand items, choose the search for item by crafting method subcommand, and then bring up the crafting log and the relevant recipes. Materials necessary to craft the collectibles Kurenai seeks may be purchased from the Blue Merchant, which I just did at the southwest of Tamamizu. For disciples of the land items, choosing the search for the item by gathering method subcommand will bring up the gathering log and the recipes in question. For knowledge on fish, choosing the display location subcommand will bring up the map for the relevant fishing hole. Furthermore, you may discover that using a metal spinner or the lure will expedite your fishing endeavors. The higher an item's collectability, the greater the reward you will earn from Kurenai upon successful delivery. To learn more about collectibles and how to increase collectability, speak with Kurenai and select Learn about custom deliveries. This is the Girabanian remedy. It certainly smells effective. As they say, the best medicine is often the hardest to swallow. Now then, if I might take a closer look, by the Kami, not even the sun-illuminated splendor of the ocean could compare it to its brilliance. Yours is the work of the divine, my friend. Thank you. In making your first successful delivery, you have begun to earn Kurenai's trust. With each successful delivery, Kurenai will grow more and more satisfied with your efforts. Fill the gauge completely, and Kurenai's satisfaction level will increase, giving you the opportunity to learn more about your business partner. You can make up to 6 deliveries in a given week, deliver the items Kurenai needs, and deliver them often to win the trust and praise of your new business partner. Yay. With your help, we now have enough doses of the remedy to distribute amongst those most vulnerable among us. I pray this will allow us to prevent the illness's spread. Glad tidings, hero. Thanks to the remedy you have been bringing us, even those who took ill were able to recover swiftly. For the first time in recent memory, there have been no severe cases and certainly no deaths. Having experienced firsthand the medicine's efficacy, both our healers and citizens alike have been clamoring for more. Never have I seen my people so happy, so full of hope. Lady Hisui, my dear mother, she too has been feeling unwell. Might there be any more of that remedy still? Had you come asking earlier, my reply would have been no, but for a blessing, Hero here has just furnished us with more. I shall see that it is delivered to you. So you are a hero. I have heard about you. Aye, this is the kindly adventurer who has been working with Sanana. We owe our good health to their tireless efforts. I shall be forthright. I still mistrust outsiders. Many of us do. And yet, we are grateful. While we do not yet welcome you as the Ruby Princess does, we offer you our thanks all the same. That was a very pregnant pause on that one, on that guy right there. As the Ruby Princess does. I'd love to see the looks on their faces when they learn who you really are. Oh, Sanana, you mustn't entertain such thoughts, not even in jest. All know that the Ruby Princess must live out her days within the palace. So has it always been. Should my presence here come to light, the citizens would be up in arms. We can ill afford to have them so distracted. No, I would have my people focus upon only one thing, embracing the outside world. Though they still have a long way to go, we will guide them one sure step at a time. Yep. Yay. Kurenai is pleased with your efforts. She now considers you a supporter of Suino Sato's emergence. And yet there is still much work to be done if the people of Suino Sato are to shed their apprehensions toward the outside world. To that end, Kurenai has a new favor to ask of you. Our people have begun to harbor interest in the outside world. We must nurture that interest by introducing more useful foreign items into their lives. And for the next item, I ask that you bring equipment that might afford us protection against sharks. In the past, such things were unnecessary, as the people of Isari kept the creature's population at bay through regular and large-scale fishing expeditions. However, such expeditions were largely abandoned under Imperial rule. As a result, shark numbers have multiplied to plague-like proportions, and in their competition for limited prey, the creatures have grown uncommonly savage. In order to keep our citizens safe, I would commence regular patrols of the surrounding waters. Alas, our guards are ill-equipped for such a dangerous task. Against the shark's tough skin, their weapons are as playthings. Through the Blue Kojin, we acquired blades of steel from Kugane, yet while these are indeed deadly sharp, their weight renders them unwieldy, not to mention they quickly go to rust. What we need, hero, is a weapon that shall neither rust nor be stopped by shark skin. With your knowledge of techniques from above, could you please furnish us with such an item? Sure thing. The customs deliveries list for Kurenai has been updated. Kurenai, I should say. To view the new list, speak with Kurenai and select make a delivery. Or I could just do this. So we're doing anti-shark harpoon, so I need 6 harpoon components. Where is it? There it is. Man. Oops. Alright, I got your cooked components. After this, we're going straight back to story time. Smiles are beginning to appear on the people's faces, and it is no small part due to you, my friend. In no small part, I should say. Ah, crap baskets, I forgot. I filled up. Frankly, it's a relief to have a capable adventurer like you on board. As I said, we managed to salvage the supplies from the wreck. I can hook you up with whatever you need for a nominal fee, of course. I'll go with materia. Alright, so I didn't have any CP ones. There we go. Fixed my issue. Alright. Yes, impressively sturdy yet suitably light. A harpoon such as this should serve us well against sharks and help to keep our water safe. Now then, if I may take a closer look. Yeah. That's what she said before. Level up. I am truly grateful for your many contributions, hero. At risk of repeating myself, I find myself marveling at your versatility. Is there not that you cannot do? You have delivered the weekly maximum of 6 items to Kurenai. You may begin making deliveries again starting Tuesday at 4 a.m. Earth time. Yay, I'm maxed out. And that should knock out all of my custom deliveries for the week. Yep. Ooh, a rebel. I might need to go do that right fast, actually. Where was the rebel at? Long Mirror Lake in Ilmeg. Sorry, we gotta go do this right fast. Let's go fishing! Shouldn't take, hopefully not too long. As you can see, I need to level up. I'm 75. I need to hit 100. So we just gotta go to this big giant lake right here. And just go until we get a rebel. If it's got a star next to it, it's double the reward, so you need to definitely take advantage whenever those crop up. This is so exciting, isn't it? Can I get it in the first go? Nope. We're gonna release you. Any day now. You think that the fish should be absolutely biting with the rain dripping or dropping down. Fuchsia bloom. That can go ahead and get tossed too. Come on. Cerulean Loach can get tossed. I practically caught everything minus what I needed to get. I don't remember if it's a 2 exclamation point or a singular. I would have loved it if I had got it on the first try, though. It would have been amazing. I love her automatic release. This has probably most definitely hit me to 76. Do I have chum? I don't think I have chum. We'll just chum the waters to try and quicken the pace. I'm waiting. There it is. Yay. I got the rebel. See how much XP we get. Let's hurry on over, turn this in. Yay. Kind of sucks that it wasn't those two that got exclamation or stars either. Alright. 2.6 million XP. I did level up, but barely. Ooh, probably be a good idea to repair these. Alright. Back to warrior. Back to old Charlian. Back to the Baldessian Annex. Back to the story. Enjoyed your time with the Leviers, I hope. I would ask how the twins fared, but their new outfits tell the tale. I only hope we can help them to reconcile with their father, that they might return home one day with their heads held high. In the meantime, we edge ever closer to the secret the Forum strives to hide, and the flower bequeathed to you by Heidelin is sure to guide us going forward. I'm confident that once we've heard your report from Thavnair, we'll be well equipped to plot out our next move. In the dark of the tower. Since there has been progress in both investigations, shall we share the findings from our respective locales? Sure. Let's get it on.
Your time in Thavnair has certainly been eventful. In my opinion, carrying out Vitra's request and assaulting the Tower of Zot should be our highest priority.
I agree. While I still have questions concerning the Forum and their grand undertaking, we have all but exhausted our avenues of investigation. Simply pressing them any harder on the subject will almost certainly result in our expulsion. Therefore, I suggest we explore the ethereal sea connection by way of a letter to Master Matoya, then make our way to Thavnair.
I wonder, even with the protection these talismans afford us, what can we hope to achieve once inside the tower? According to Orenvold and Fudola's report, they were unable to free the Emolja. Worse, their attempts triggered the tower's defenses, which led to a summoning of Luna Afrit.
What does it tell us that the Spires even have such defenses? Simply pulling a prisoner from the wall is fatal, thus the direct approach is doomed to failure from the outset. Any further measures to dissuade such actions seem unnecessary.
Unless there's a way to unlock them from inside.
Unless, of course, there is a way to free the prisoners without killing them. Then it stands to reason that any intruders will be met with overwhelming force.
The towers appeared throughout the world in but the twinkling of an eye. 'Twas by magical means these structures were raised, I surmise. A spire thus conjured must needs be maintained, and I suspect an arcane catalyst, some manner of core, doth lie hidden within.
Ah.
Destroy the core, and the tower ceaseth to be, thus liberating the captives without harm.
Hopefully. Otherwise we kill everyone.
So we can hope. And I would prefer to enter the tower with a working theory than with no plan at all.
Assuming Ishtola's reasoning is correct, the chances of the defenses remaining dormant are small to none. Any primals will have to be dealt with, and defeating one will likely only lead to the summoning of another. Our every victory will only compound the prisoner's suffering.
May we not then divide our forces? Those proficient in healing will focus on sustaining the captives. That duty can be covered by Urianger, Kryl, Yostola, and myself. The remaining Scions will proceed with the search for the core. Admittedly, this strategy puts both parties at greater risk, but it should bolster our chances of saving the Arcosodra by a considerable margin.
Are you sure Alphino is in the right group? What if Alice? She knows a healing spell or two.
If you're to fight primals, then you'd best have at least one healer with you.
True.
And I am more than happy to fulfill that role. I found wielding a sage's armament to be rather intuitive, and look forward to testing them against a more challenging foe.
It seems we have a plan. All that remains is to carry it out. I will inform Rads at Han of our movements, so let us make our preparations and regroup near the tower.
Sorry, I didn't read them out, but one was pertaining to... basically what it said was, one I picked was Alphino. Are you sure Alphino's in the right group? Because they didn't say anything about him being a healer. Because, you know, him being a sage. And then the other one was, you know, Alice knows a healing spell or two, but she's mainly offense. She's not one to sit on the sidelines and just heal.
The military post in what's left of the Hamsa hatchery should serve as a convenient staging.
That sounds perfect. And remember, the experimental aetheryte at the confluence is there for those who need it, so there's no excuse for being late.
I'm gonna go ahead and use the experimental aetherytes if it's free. So I don't feel like burning an aetheryte ticket. Really? You're ready for another round of aetheryte testing? Then please, by all means, let's get you whisked away to Thavnir before you come to your senses. Ah, cool. I don't get the teleportation sickness, or aether sickness, blah, blah, blah. Probably could have teleported straight to there, but oh well. I managed to save myself an aetheryte ticket, yay. So we're gonna get ready to go into the Tower of Zot. Finally. I tried doing this like a few streams ago, but I wasn't counting on having to do both sections before the Tower of Zot opened up. Too bad you can't desynth these. If I could desynth them, I would just completely just deconstruct all this stuff. So I've been working on collecting sacks of nuts. I needed like 900 to get the Radiant set, the full Radiant set for my warrior. So yeah, we'll have that decked out in no time. As soon as he hits 90, he's gonna have a full Radiant set. So that'll really will tie us over until we hit the end game, so that way I can buy the, I think it's Augmented Credendum. Ah, there's still a card to be had up here. I collected 2 cards right before stream while I was over in the Azim Steppe. I got Sadu. One of my favorite characters. Not one of my favorite cards, though. Wow, I'm missing so many cards. I'm so used to having all these cards on my main. Oh, there's Sadu. A Phoenix card, and I got the Troll, and I got Lunar Bahamut. So many cards. Ah, our friend of Eorzea. We've been expecting you. You and yours will lead the mission into the tower, I'm told. The warding scales will be delivered soon. Till then, please stand by at the boat we have readied. When your fellows arrive, I will direct them to join you. We pray for your safety and success. Completely forgot to go unlock the, the discovery points for this area. Oh well. Another thing that I don't do regularly. Alrighty. If this is the future of Aetheryte travel, I think I'll stick to boats. Aye, no warning, however emphatic could have prepared me for that. On account of which we are a little late, but fighting fit, mostly. My friends, permit me to thank you for accepting this mission. You must be... We should still call you Varshan, I suppose. Indeed, it would not do to confuse our soldiers. Very well then. For our part, we are humbled that you should see it fit to entrust us with your warding scales. Please convey as much to His Excellency. One for each of you. Please accept them with my blessings. Our thanks. With these we can go anywhere those with the blessing of light can go. Not only for this operation either, but all the ones to come. We can finally break your monopoly on primals. I've been waiting for this day. I wouldn't mind carrying on as before, you know. In that case, they're all yours from now on. But I'm afraid we can't let you retire just yet. You're the Scion's brightest star, after all. If everyone is amenable to it, let us review the strategy for good measure. As previously agreed, we will divide into two groups. Hero and his band will break through the tower's defenses and locate its core. Meanwhile, the rest of us will tend to the prisoners who will doubtless want for healing due to the duress of repeated summonings. The primals which the tower bringeth forth shall be deities of Thavnarian myth. As we have no prior experience with such foes, pray exercise the utmost caution when confronting them. We commence the operation at your word, my friend. For the people of Thavnair, nay, the entire world, we must prevail. Heard. In all honesty, I would trade Alphino and Alisei for Graha. Put both of them on the defense and put Graha on the offense. It would only leave us with 3 people on this end, but Graha's so versatile. Alright, now we wait. What I mean wait is, I'm gonna go play cards if I can reach it before it's time for queue up. Since I don't know how many how much time it's going to take. We're going to go play cards in the meantime, see if I can't win it. And if I win the card in the first go, I don't know what I'm going to do afterwards. Maybe work on finding Aether Currents. I don't know. We'll see. My sides start to act up. Lovely. Discomfort. Hello. Manjusaka. Apparently you guys are hunt log marks. We'll do those later. I kind of want to just push my warrior to 90 right fast, just so I could get the set, the radiant set, just run around with that on. No one can be angry with me if it's only a short break. Come on, let's play around. You have one card. I win. I got the card. Well then, that didn't go to plan. Which is the story of my life, come to think of it. Change of plan. We're gonna go and do those hunt marks that I saw. We're gonna change to Paladin for this, so I'm not giving myself untold XP for Warrior too much. I'm not gonna lie, I accidentally did that while I was doing these earlier. So we're gonna change it up a little bit. I only need to kill 2, sweet. So once I kill this one, I'm good. Alright, those are done. That gave me 3 sacks of nuts. Sweet. Labyrinthos. The perfumed rise. I need to find the perfumed rise. Oh, it's right here. So something tells me they're on the beachfront. They look aquatic. Yep, there they are. I only had to kill one of those. Nice. Alright. Northeast. I think that's one I can't get to. Maybe. I might be able to get to it. We'll do Aether Currents now. Ah. I think it's actually over here where I was at for the card. Seriously? Northeast. Oh, there it is. Consume. Perfect timing. I am ready. And the question is this going to be an ABC? Oh, the music is so nostalgic, as are some of the enemies. Oh, it's almost all Olafels. I need them crits. Heal me with your pain and suffering. Okay, I was wondering when it was going to connect. Alrighty. Yes. Eat those crits. Those crits are tasty. No, you don't. And the first boss. Mindaruva. Don't remember how some of these work. Oh, I missed the music. Don't remember which one. I think it's this one we're gonna be coming close to. One of these. Ah, Nikes. No, you don't. Took him down. We're just gonna greed on these. I don't really need them. It's literally just fodder for Grand Company turn-ins. Love. It's so much fun. Can't mosey on yet because the door is locked. It's critting time! I think we should focus on the hyper tune. Good job. Yeah, we're supposed to go this way. Ooh, crud muffins. That was close. Arms like that. We get everyone slowed down. The next boss time? Yep. Sandaruva! This one does berserking. It also does a lot of jump attacks like a dragoon. Oh, it sounds like the old magic spells too. Haha, I just heard that. Oh, two people, our DPS all got berserk. Stop attack. Or stop spell, I mean. I forgot how we tell which one's which. I definitely forgot how to tell which one was which on that one. I love the pause. The axe is about to come arcing in. Yeah, none of these are upgrades. They're actually very bad downgrades. The final augmented tier gear that you can get for the previous X-Pack is usually better up until about halfway through the next X-Pack. Usually, I should say. Alright, this is as far as I plan on going for pulling. I gotta be very careful. Oop, that's the reason why I gotta be careful. God, I love it when I see a bunch of crits on my heals. I definitely overheal whenever I use Bloodwetting. Whoa, that actually hurt pretty badly. Oops. Oh, I can't move yet. Dang it. Alright, now we gotta fight all of them at once. Yay. There's the core. Oops. Harbingers elect the Mega Sisters. Fight all three at once. Or is it... It might be actually... You fight one, and then the other two hop in. Yeah, that's how it goes. They hop in when this one gets kind of low, and then it's 3 on 4. Here they come. Whoa, get away from that. Chaos ensues. You gotta take down one of them first. Oh, one of them is dead on our team. Oh, crap baskets. Yeah, I probably should use my AoE attack. Once one goes down, it gets significantly easier. I just don't remember if it's this one we're supposed to take down first or not. Alright, one down. I think I went to the wrong spot, but oh well. And one more to go. Down for the count. I got a battle axe. How does that look? It looks gross. I wouldn't even use it for glam. And there's our core.
Is everyone all right?
Mm-hmm.
We fortified the captives with what magics we could. Have the defenses been disabled? All appears quiet for the moment.
The lower floors were disturbing enough, but this place feels wrong. The ether is heavy and thick, like wading through a quagmire.
Giggity.
I believe we stand in the tower's beating heart. What sayest thou, Ishtola?
I see it. Ether siphoned from the land runs up through the spire, flowing to a single point. This is the core we seek.
I mean, you know.
Yet something is off. As large as this structure is, it siphons far more ether than is required to sustain it.
Well, it's almost like it's sending it somewhere, the excess, that is.
It is as if the core is feeding on the energy, consuming it. I need to take a closer look. Curious. There is something there embedded inside the core. A man's limb.
This is what we came to destroy?
Yes, if you would be so kind.
Pierce it. He's our demolitions expert.
And that should be the end of it.
Now the thing's about to collapse.
What now?
My theory that the tower might come crashing down following the core's destruction doth appear to be correct.
Could have said that beforehand.
And how are we supposed to survive the fall?
What of the prisoners below?
The floor beneath our very feet dissolves. Brace yourselves!
I pray I'm not too late.
Ugh. I don't see Nadana. Or is it, nope. Yeah, I don't know if I see Nadana, actually.
Oh, what happened? Where are we?
You're missing a few people. Oh, nope, they're
By
still
my
unconscious.
reckoning, we're still on the island where the tower stood. But 'tis as if it never existed. Hardly a scratch. But how?
You know, we got a few people down still. Oh.
Graha wove a levitation spell at the last moment. Large enough to catch everyone, it would seem.
That explains the lack of obvious injuries.
Oh, there's Nadana, I think.
The expenditure of so much ether has taken its toll. He will need plenty of rest, but should otherwise be none the worse for wear.
Good.
Then the immediate problem is what to do with our new friends here.
Let's get to untempering them.
There'll be much change for their time in the tower. Even if their bodies are intact, I doubt we could say the same for their minds.
Well, better to untemper them now while they're unconscious.
Angelo and I will take care of that.
Finally!
I have every faith in you, Alize, but there are just too many for you to treat alone.
We'll send at once to Eorzea for more porksies, and call on the local mages to lend a hand.
Hail, Scions! We were watching the tower when it simply disappeared. What happened here?
We crushed it.
The threat is banished, and thy people delivered. They are, however, in need of treatment, and we of a secure locale and helping hands to assist us in its provision.
You shall have all this and more. Come, let us convey these unfortunate souls to the city.
They don't look like Radiant Host. Ah, there's Nadana. All right. The liberated prisoners are being transported to Radzat Han for treatment. Alice and Y'shtola will oversee the administration of the tempering treatment, with support from those who know a healing spell or two. We'll go and join them in the city once you've had a moment to catch your breath. You may now enter the Tower of Zot with a party of NPC avatars. To make use of this feature, open the Trust interface located under Duty in the main menu. By the way, this X-Pack Endwalker had quite a few Final Fantasy IV references. From gear to dungeons to boss monsters and all that jazz. And I thought it was kind of fun. Tower of Zot was actually a dungeon in Final Fantasy IV. Had enough rest, have you? You never were one for being idle, right? Varshan bade us come to Megaduta at our earliest convenience. The others will join us there once they have finished tending to the prisoners. Wait. On second thought, you and Estinian should go on ahead. I need to make a quick detour by the Great Work. We left Graha in the alchemist's care, you see. Best to fetch him before he's crammed into a specimen jar. Just you and me, then. The guardsmen at the gate should wave us through. What was it? There's actually a set of armor that I could buy, but I'm not going to buy because it's weaker than the Radiant gear, called the Moonward gear. And all that gear is modeled after the main characters of Final Fantasy IV. So, like, the tank gear is modeled after Cecil's armor, the maiming gear is modeled after Kain, stuff like that. I think the caster DPS is off of Rydia's attire. And then, of course, the healing is Rosa. Like, it's really close to 86. Did I finally break 81? I did. I finally broke through to 81. Sweet. I don't remember if Dawn Trail started off with the X-Pack with a zone split. That's the next one, which is the current. I'm that close to being up to date with current story. Like I said, once I get current story caught up, if I do any future streams, it will be either for new story content, for events, or to catch up on side stuff. Honored Scions, you are free to enter at your leisure. As I cannot leave my post, I'm afraid you must make your own way. Should you require directions in the city, the sentry stationed at the fountain atop the steps should be glad to assist you. Though I have been to Radzat before, this place is a veritable maze. Rather than risk getting lost, we had best ask for directions from the sentry at the fountain. Lead the way, and don't expect me to act as your tour guide like certain others. Estinian is now accompanying you, keeping him at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives, or keep him. You can leave Estinian behind by entering a different area or by speaking with him and selecting the option to part ways. If you wish to have Estinian accompany you again, return and speak with him at the original location. First, we should seek out the sentry in front of the fountain. Name of the fountain? No idea. Do fountains normally have names? Can I get the Aetherites? Oh, I can! Yes! Sweet. We're gonna be smacking up these Aetherites. Master Hero, I presume. I understand you are here for an audience with the Satrap. If you require directions to Megaduta, I should be glad to provide them. The Satrap's residence is situated in Dharma, the highest part of Radzat. To get there, I would ordinarily recommend a route that takes you by the bazaars in the city's north. Due to the state of alert, however, most businesses are currently closed and the Aetherite disabled. As such, I will provide you with an alternate path. First, please ascend the steps next to this fountain, then continue left. There will be more steps, and upon ascending them, you will emerge on Pax's path. Proceed through the large door on the right, and you will arrive at Ruveda Fibers. Within, you will find another sentry who will give you further guidance. In other words, we head up. Sounds straightforward enough. Well, I am going to run around and grab all these aetherites. And also look at some of these situations to talk to Estinian with. Ah yes, I know about this portal. It leads to a nearby isle, the treasure vault of one of Radzathan's wealthiest families. They took the god of luck for their guardian, on account of which they occasionally open up a section of their vaults, for aspiring treasure hunters to try their own luck, or so they say. There are also coffers hidden across the land that act as portals. Find one and you gain access to the vault. Interesting. Oh yeah, that's for treasure hunting. Something to bear in mind in case you exhaust your funds while on the road. It's a troublesome experience, as I could personally attest. You heard the sentry, we head up. So basically you do the treasure maps every once in a while. When you pop a chest, you have a chance of unlocking a portal that goes to that area. Yay. You know, when they have it locked, it shouldn't swirl. According to the message on the base, this aether has been temporarily disabled. So, convenient. I won't be able to teleport to this zone. Because, of course, in order for you to actually port here, you need to have attuned to the big shard. The little shard is just to pop around. High Crucible of Alchemia. Ha! Play on words. Will it let me jump off of this? No, it won't even let me go there. Can I jump off of here? I can! And I just did. Sorry, Estinian, you're gonna have to help me grab all these aetherites. I'm not gonna be coming back here for a while. So I'm gonna do my best to grab every last aetherite that I can on my first way through. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more aetherites. Radzathan isn't as bad as some of the other towns. Can I unlock this yet, or do I have to wait? I don't have to wait, yay. Oh ho, you must be Hero. Mistress Rowena's told me all about you. Says you're quite the renowned culinarian. The name's off Pilona, by the way. The mistress has charged me with managing her Radzathan branch. Looking forward to doing business with you. Which isn't to say I've got anything special to ask of you. All I mean is that your business is just as welcome here as it is at any other House of Splendors. Of course, I'd certainly prefer you do more of your business here than anywhere else. Esteemed clients like yourself will attract even more customers, you see. And if we keep drawing in business at a good clip, before long we'll have to rebrand as Off Pilona's House of Splendors. The old witch won't know what hit her. There, don't you worry about that last part. Just peruse our wares and buy something if it strikes your fancy. Oh, you can buy stuff here already. Interesting. Ooh. Level 90 gear. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Back to warrior. Unfortunately, I don't have anyone at 90 yet. Culinarian is my closest, at 87. Yay, I'm attuned. So that gives me 4 more. See, the other good thing about this town is that their shards are pretty well spaced out. You can pretty much get to anywhere in town and not have to worry about too much of a run. The only problem is at first getting yourself attuned. I think I was supposed to go through here. I was. I think I got another half an hour or so in me before it's time for me to quit. Yay. My phone keeps going off. We're gonna go this way. This is gonna be the most troublesome one because this is all the way across this way. But by the time I get to the 8th right, my sprint should be recharged, so that way I can just sprint my way back. It's a very colorful town. And an 8th right here. Yay. I think I might have jumped the gun a little bit. I think I was supposed to go in here. Yeah. Heading to Mugaduta, are you? In that case, please follow this hallway to my right and go through the door at the top of the stairs. You'll emerge at the entrance to the airship landing, where another sentry should be on hand to assist you. Incidentally, if you ascend the steps to either side of me, you'll find the workshops of Reveda Fibers. Though you are free to observe the artisans, take care not to lose your way. Ah, Thavnarian weave. Hard to imagine more vibrant stuff. I dare say Emmerich would be partial to the gold thread, and the blue, of course. He loves his blue. I've never put much thought into what I wear. A spare set of clothing is usually all I carry, and if that isn't enough, I can always obtain something locally. Love it. Quite an ordeal to get to the Satrap's residence. It could stand to be a more obvious route, like the one to the vault or Kugane Castle. Oh, I didn't even have to fall down. I could have just taken the stairs. Oops. We're gonna go down this way and talk with the airship person. And I think there's an aetheryte over here too to grab. If you are here for an airship, I'm afraid all flights have been suspended until further notice. So the state of alert is still in effect. Perhaps it's for the best. That aside, we're not here for an airship. We have business at Megaduta. Oh, in that case, permit me to direct you. From here, it's quite simple, really. Ascend these steps and then continue straight ahead and across the bridge. You cannot miss it. I have one more. It's over here at Megaduta. I remember passing by here with Farshan. The situation being as it was, he regretted not being able to show us the sights. Life is yet to return to normal here, but when it does, you ought to pay another visit. Though the city is confusing, the food is quite good. I'm partial to Hamza myself. The meat's surprisingly tender and flavorful. Squawk, squawk. Upset Hamza. Confusing as it is, you'd think they intended to make a maze out of Radzahan. Kugane was flat at least. If you became lost, you could head to higher ground to get the lay of the land. Basically, what Istinian's saying is he jumped to the highest parapet and then just looked down when he was at Kugane. Probably the jump puzzle for Kugane Tower he has the cheat codes for. He can just jump straight to the top. I still haven't finished that jump puzzle, by the way. I get snared by invisible walls. And then I fall a bunch, and then I'm like, I don't feel like going any further, because, you know, I lose a lot of progress. You have attuned yourself to all the Aethernet shards in Radzahan. Lies. I still haven't gotten the Aetherite Plaza. Greetings and welcome to Megaduta. May I inquire after your business? We are members of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, come at the invitation of His Excellency. Ah, of course. We have been expecting you. I will show you into the audience chamber if you would please follow me. Thank you. I appreciate it. That is a thick door.
Are we the last to arrive? I hope we've not kept you waiting.
Not at all. Your comrade is feeling better, I trust.
Much better, thank you. Harness remedies are certainly potent, in more ways than one.
One becomes accustomed to the taste, although I hope you never have cause to do so. Pray, take your ease.
He has a way with words, the satrap.
Full glad I am to see you all unharmed.
Same to you, buddy, same to you.
Valiant scions, for your heroism, you have my boundless gratitude. You cast down that dire tower and set free its hapless captives. You cleanse their souls of its corrupting influence. No words of thanks will suffice. In place of platitudes, I offer a bounty of warding scales. Pray accept your due reward, along with the goodwill of Radzathan.
Alchemists throughout the land were put to work in the forging of your talismans. The finished ones have been collected, and now await you at the High Crucible of Alchemia.
If only you would open up your Aetheryte so that way I could be at Radzaham whenever, but oh well.
Present this letter when you are ready to take them into your possession.
We are humbled by your generosity. Know that the inventive wisdom of Radzat-Han will be vital in restoring serenity to our star.
Every single one of those scales came from you, didn't they? You must still be in such pain.
Mm-hmm.
'Tis of no moment. A mere annoyance compared to the dreadful suffering inflicted upon this land and its people.
You could turn one of those fangs into a giant sword.
Albeit brief, my involvement in the Dragonsong War afforded me a glimpse of the myriad sorrows which consumed both dragon and man. Though you were half a world away, such tragedies as befell your kin must have affected you deeply. And yet, you chose to live among men.
In the age when that conflict first bloomed, my choice had already been made. In some distant place, man slew dragon, and dragon slaughtered man. Yet no hate could I muster for those smiling faces which did look to me for guidance. Not even my brother's righteous rage could rally me to his cause. I huddled here, secret and still, hoping against hope that which I had built would remain untouched by the chaos and carnage.
Twould seem we share the same desire for peace, great Vritra. To that end, I wonder if we might trouble you with another question.
Speak.
The Telophoroi are intent on recreating the final days, an apocalyptic event which we know to predate the sundering of the star. As the longest lived among us, know you aught of this terrible cataclysm?
Nay. When war and strife drove my sire from his home, he crossed the great expanse with only our unhatched eggs as company. He alighted upon a shattered source, its 13 reflections long since scattered beyond the rift. Of events preceding his arrival, he knoweth naught, save that which Hydralin hath deigned to disclose.
I see. So again, 'tis the inscrutable Hydralin to whom you must look for answers.
Seek you to divine the will of this star? If so, I have a tale which may afford you some small comfort.
To tell.
'Tis a story from my youth, many, many years ago. To my sire, I once posed the question, of all the stars in the sky, why didst thou settle upon this one? To which Midgardsummer did reply, 'twas the last bastion of hope. He believed, so long as Hydralin endured, so too might dragonkind. Solemn and portentous were his words. What deeper meaning they held, I could not, dared not pursue. 'Tis a stone I've left unturned ever since.
I don't remember, but why isn't Midgard Sormer popping up and saying hi to his kid?
Yet take you solace in the knowledge that whatsoever Hydralin does strive towards, 'tis an ideal which hath earned my sire's conviction.
Hence the reason why he stripped me of the Blessing of Light all those trials ago.
Thank you, Vritra. You've given us warm reassurance in a world gripped by cold uncertainty.
While I'm sure we all have a great many questions, I think it's time we collect the talismans and be on our way. Our fight against the Telophoroi is far from finished.
Yes, on to the next area.
We must take our leave, but please do inform us if we can provide any further assistance.
What is my next area?
Prithee, a moment. There is one whom my sire hath judged worthy of honor and respect. The one known to men as Eorzea's champion. This hero of renown and rumor, 'tis thee.
Midgard Sormer and I have crossed paths, yes. I've not spoken with your father in some time.
In accordance with the covenant he forged with Hydralin, the stewardship of this star hath ever been his purpose. Silence in the face of thine actions is the greatest sign of his approval. 'Twas a revelation most pleasing that thou, a child of man, had gained Midgard Sormer's trust. But alongside mine elation runneth a rivulet of dread. For upon thy life's reel wind too many threads of fate, power, weal enmeshed with woe. Amidst this tangled knot thou shalt know no rest. 'Tis an endless confluence of forces, a struggle without surcease. More terrible still is the attrition wrought upon thy companions, as they are swept up in the storm of thine existence.
Yeah. Oh. They had to show me Hasherval.
Take heart and protect them well. They will be your strength and your salvation. The hope thou wilt need come the end.
So basically this is a remembrance of all the fallen.
Even cowering behind my curtain, I know the suffering of the powerful. I have watched my siblings driven mad by loss. Thus do I exhort thee to spare no effort to keep thy loved ones safe.
Apologies. We hadn't meant to interrupt.
It's just that we do have a history of suddenly collapsing, and when you didn't follow us out...
'Tis I who must apologize. I have detained your champion overlong with idle chatter. Go, At war's end, I pray I welcome thee back into my hall, where together with thy joyful comrades, you may toast your triumph.
So what were you and Vitra talking about? Nothing of important. Nothing? Very well, if you say so. The others have gone ahead to the High Crucible. Let's catch up to them. Like his sister Tiamat, Vitra is possessed of a gentle soul. I'm glad they're on our side. So technically we have 3 of the brood of Midgard Sormer. We got Herae Svelgar, Tiamat, and Vritra. Pretty good. More Archon Loaf? Ugh. The color of joy. The attendant was kind enough to give me directions to the High Crucible. First, let us return to the mulberry orchard. You know, dang, I kind of hate myself for spending all those crafting scripts now. Oh, crud muffins. I could have used those to... If I'd have known I was going to be here, I would have bought the 90 set. Meh. From here, we're supposed to follow the path left and past the mulberries. After this, I'm going to go buy as much as I can, which won't be much. It'll probably be like the left side or so. Left or right, I don't know yet. I'm hoping that I can buy the whole set. No, I don't even need to use this. But I'm going to try and buy at least the armor portion. I'm not going to buy the weapons or offhands yet. I'm just going to buy what... Basically, I like to buy whatever I can get that I can maximize the use out of. So, for the crafting and gathering, I'll buy the armor first, and then I'll buy the weapon and offhand, so that way I could spread the bonuses out. Where the street turns, enter the door straight ahead, then descend the steps. I thought the Crystarium was confusing, but it doesn't compare to Rad's at hand. The architecture and decorations make it even harder to get your bearings. Anyway, let's see where this door takes us. Yeah, the only problem is once you get the Aetherites, you don't have to worry about that. That problem is taken care of. I'm only just doing this because they forced me to do this. And here is the Aetherite Plaza. So far so good, and there isn't much further to go. From here, we just need to cross to the other side of the hall, then pass through the larger of 2 doorways. The High Crucible lies beyond. I suspect the others have already collected the warding scales. Come, let us join them. I'm gonna go buy the stuff now since I'm already here, and I'm kind of afraid that if I progress, it'll port me outside, and I won't be able to get back in. So, let's buy what I can. Merchant. Collectible appraiser. I don't have any collectibles to appraise. Script exchange. Crafter's gear. 620. Nice. So the Artful Afflatus. So 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1000. 11 fit. Oh, yes, I could buy it all. If I have the bag space. Yes, sweet. I am so glad that I got that. Now, what can I get? of the gathering gear. Probably not much. Not much. Oh, it's way more. I could buy 1, 2, 3. I could buy all the right side. I am now out of bag space. Lovely. Cradles. Alright, we're gonna temporarily put those away. That gives me a little bit of room. Sweet. So I got practically everything crafting. That's really gonna help me out once I hit 90. We're last, of course, but at least we found the place.
These are the talismans we were promised.
Yes, and I made a quick count. There are far more than we could have hoped for. Enough to outfit an entire company of soldiers, in fact. Considering the involved process, that they were able to manufacture so many in such a short span of time is nothing short of a miracle.
It is Rad's at hand.
Once we have distributed them to our allies in Eorzea and the Far East, we'll have a fighting chance to bring down the other spires, just as we did with the Tower of Zot.
Or we could use them to invade Garlemald proper, and strike directly at the Telophoroid's base of operations.
Could do that.
Of course, we would need to consult with various Alliance leaders before such a drastic measure could even be contemplated.
Oh, that's gonna be a fun part.
To which end, I could set out forthwith and present the idea to each of our allies in person.
Pray allow me to undertake some few of those journeys. I find myself restless and in need of purposeful duties.
I can head eastward. Bosnia and Dalmasca are just a short hop from here. And Doma's shinobi network should come in handy for passing on the word.
There you go.
We shall share the burden then. Meanwhile, I think it best that you and the others take the talismans back to the Baldessian Annex. We must keep them safe and secure until we've decided upon a course of action.
Please, I must speak with you.
Ah, Nidana.
Nidana, you're awake.
Yes. When I spoke with the carer at my bedside, she told me that one of the scions, a young woman, had cleansed me of the tower's corruption. It seems I'd been asleep ever since the treatment. But when I awoke and learned you were all still here, I knew I had to come.
As you said, Nidana was captured only recently. Such a brief exposure is swiftly cured, so I tended to her before we gathered at Megaduta.
And I am truly grateful that you did. I cannot thank you enough. All of you, for everything you've done. Destroying the tower, rescuing our people. You've saved Thavnair from an awful fate.
Yet who hath truly saved whom? Due in no small part to thine inspirational courage, the alchemists were successful in reproducing warding scales of proven efficacy. Replications of thy work now stand ready to travel across the seas, unto the hands of those who might wield them against this rising evil.
The talisman? Is this true?
Yep. You did it.
Oh, I was so groggy from sleep. I didn't even think to ask. Oh, our great work sent across the seas. It was worth it. Oh, it was all worth it.
The flower.
Look at that. Its color is completely changed.
What do you have there? How unusual. I wonder if the effect is a reaction to Akasha.
I'm afraid I'm not familiar with that term.
Akasha? It is one of the unseen energies defined by Harnish alchemical theory. Though a gross oversimplification, some describe it as an essence influenced by feelings.
You imply that it is distinct from ether?
Foreign scholars often conflate the two, but we see them as separate concepts. Ether is an energy which permeates the land. It exists within animals, objects, even the air we breathe, affecting all through which it flows. Akasha, on the other hand, exists in a domain beyond our reach. A gift bestowed from on high, or torn from the heavens in some traditions. Akasha can neither be created nor destroyed. It is beyond our power to purposefully alter or manipulate. The only thing observed to influence it is an abundance of, I want to say, spiritual emotion. As a veteran of the battlefield, surely you've experienced moments of desperation or exaltation when you've transcended the usual limits of your capabilities. That is a manifestation of Akasha, the invisible essence harnessed by heart, mind, and unyielding spirit.
I really must hear more about this theory. Our disciplines are based entirely upon the idea that ether is the fundamental form of all energy.
I'm glad my haphazard explanation has piqued your interest. But even for us, Akasha is a somewhat abstract field of study. A lack of practical application lends itself poorly to formalized research. Which is why my analysis of your flower can amount to little more than idle speculation. I am sorry.
Nonsense. You have nothing to be sorry for. Your insight is much appreciated.
Shall we depart for Charlian then? I will see to it that the talismans arrive at the Annex.
Sweet.
And we will be in touch once our talks are concluded. I suggest you rest while you can. From here onward, sleep is bound to be in short supply.
The last thing I remember before being absorbed into the tower was you rushing towards me. I can only imagine the hardships you and yours must have had to overcome to rescue us. Blah, blah, blah. No amount of words will suffice to express my gratitude, but I hope the flower's radiant glow says everything I cannot. Baldessian Annex, so I go back to Charlian. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go pick up the thing I meant to pick up at Charlian. And then we're going to finish the mission and that'll be it. No, we're not porting to Charlian since I'm already there. I think my next dungeon is at 85. Or is it 83? I forget. It's one of those two. Right, I meet another one of the Iron Hearts. Babeth Ironheart. Beg pardon, good sir. I could scarce help but notice that sightseeing log on your person. You wouldn't happen to be the adventurer my niece wrote about, would you? Maybe. Aha, so it is you. Pleased to make your acquaintance. I am Babeth Ironheart, Millicent and seasoned explorer. Be a dear and hand me that log of yours. Milla told me all about how she helped you embark on explorations of your own, so it's only right that I share with you some wisdom of my own. Here you go. Let me see here. Oh, I can't forget to mention that. And done. You should be all set, dear. I've jotted down everything I've heard about the most remarkable vistas the realm has to offer. Of course, a few notes I've shared are not more than rumors, some describing locales so fantastical that I could barely believe they exist. But as I always say, the true joy of exploration lies not in the destination, but in the journey. So go forth, dear, and see what sort of journey these hints take you on. That sightseeing log of yours won't fill itself, you know. Yay. Endwalker entries have been added to your sightseeing log. You must be level 80 or above to record Endwalker vistas, travel to the location indicated, and fulfill the necessary conditions, and you will complete the entry for that vista, earning experience points in the process. Use your wits in the notes provided by Baba to identify these stunning sights and the proper way to appreciate them, and see Thavnair, Charlian, and beyond as only the greatest explorers have seen them. I like that little flavor that they add in. They did make them a little bit easier, because when they first made them, sometimes you had to go to the area in a very, like, either during the day or during the night or during certain weather conditions. Now it's just, you gotta make sure you're at that area and do the right emote and you're good. It's good to be back, and with the fruit of our labor safely in storage. For now, we have but to wait for the others to return from their respective meetings with the Alliance leaders. As Thancred suggested, you should get some rest in the meantime. Welcome back, hero. Kryl has apprised me of your recent accomplishments. What an amazing feat to eliminate a tower and pave the way to deal with the rest. While it isn't much, I've changed your sheets and plumped up your pillow. After all, there's nothing like collapsing in a nice clean bed after completing a major milestone, be it penning a thesis or defeating deiform entities. So would you like to take a look at your new and improved lodgings now? Sure, I'll retire to my chamber. I'll pass on the Archon loaf, though. That is a tiny share. Am I going to leave the flower there? Yep.
Take heart and protect them well.
Come on in. Huh.
Good, you're here. You haven't eaten yet, have you?
No, not in real life
We've got
either.
quite a spread if you're interested. Only the finest dining from the last stand.
I could use a bite myself. Ah, burger does sound good. And pizza. Oh, pizza does too. That is a big-ass burger. Shouldn't like pickles. I like pickles, I just don't like tomatoes.
Lest you wonder, we invited Estinian as well.
He said no.
But he refused with a rather grim-faced, "No, thank you." I suspect Charlian cuisine is not to his liking.
Probably had some Archon loaf.
Oh, I don't know about that. Perhaps our lone wolf just needed some time apart.
What? To perfect his brooding stare?
She still doesn't like him.
Next time, I'll drag him out by the ear, sit him down in front of a Charlian feast, and see that he eats every last bite.
An excellent idea. Of all people, warriors must take proper meals and rest if they are to maintain a healthy constitution.
Poor Estinian, beset on all sides.
Cryo looks better without her hood on. All that chopping away, you've only done that a little bit.
Condition, Mistress Cryle. I hear you've recently played literal host to Heidelin herself.
And what an experience that was. Tiring, yes, but no lasting harm done. If anything, I should have liked to speak with her longer. I've not felt a hint of her presence since.
Heidelin instructed you to carry that flower, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Twill be your guide, test and proof of your conviction. And then something about seeking joy in darkness, was it? Come to think of it, isn't that what happened with Nidana back in Radzat-Han?
The flower did seem to radiate a joyful glow, as if reflecting the elation we all felt. The relief of a people with renewed hope.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. And in turn, I felt buoyed by that radiance. 'Twas akin to spotting a beacon, and knowing we were on the right path. I know we've not yet triumphed over the Telophoroi, or learned the full breadth of the Forum's plans. But even within the midst of our struggles, we find small moments of joy to sustain us. Rare and hard-won, perhaps, but it is this pursuit of happiness that gives us the strength to carry on day after day. Hey, that's mine.
To the swift the spoils. Though I recall that levitation spell of yours was quick enough.
Only barely. And even at my best, I'm still too slow to wield it effectively in battle. Mayhap I simply require more practice with this new magic.
You unearthed it from the depths of Numenon, I presume?
Aye, and from a veritable mountain of arcane tomes at that. 'Twas necessary to facilitate my solitary explorations.
Or, to put it simply, you used it to sneak around the Forbidden Archives.
Yes, well, after a fashion.
It would be funny if that's how he got caught.
The shelves, they're too tall for me. And I could hardly move the library's platforms without attracting attention now, could I?
Oh.
Are we pushing on until dawn? Shall we call it a night? You do know these are my quarters. We're gonna say, are we pushing till dawn?
I'm not that ambitious. But it is pleasant to idle away the hours every once in a while.
Oh boy. He's a reaper now.
Ah! Enjoying the bracing cold, I see. Do you not own a warm coat or a cloak? Something in fur? Or fashioned from the skins of your enemies? Or... well, never mind that. I come to you once more as the bearer of bad news. Our tower in Thavnir has been toppled. And I need not tell you by whom. Given how many we have at our disposal, the loss of a single spire is hardly fatal to our plans. It does, however, slow the rate at which we siphon the ether. If they continue to preoccupy themselves with the towers, then all will be well. But should our foe prove bold enough to strike at us here, then the timing becomes... questionable.
Our foe is bold enough. Of that, I can assure you.
Yes, very well then. I suppose I must prepare a proper welcome. Honestly, talk of your nemesis is the only thing you seem to enjoy. Does nothing else spark your interest?
No. All else is... equal. Equally tedious. Equally disappointing. The world is a tepid bog into which we sink, too weak to thrash as the mud clings to our eyes and fills our throats till we blissfully choke. But then came the light, blinding and pure and hot, so very hot, enough to set my soul aflame. I basked in the afterglow until the void yawned once more. And then I knew the muck would never claim me again. There was naught for me ahead, so I drew the curtain on all that had come before. Burn. Burn. Let the whole star burn. I will have my contest. I will reclaim my moment.
How wonderful. that the emptiness of death has not dissuaded you from committing your life to its pursuit once more. I don't know whether to envy you or pity you.
You question my disinterest, but what of yours? Despite your noisome antics, I sense you take little pleasure in this endeavor.
Mercy, my lord. Such pointed barbs from one who barely acknowledges my existence. Nevertheless, you are mistaken. For I do find this part somewhat enjoyable. You see, when I was mortal, I would always have the same dream. It was a fragmented thing, disjointed, all the faces incomplete. The setting, too, was unknown to me, so I thought it simply a fantasy of my sleeping mind. Until one day, I realized it was showing me the truth, much as your dream of the final days enlightened you. And soon, very soon, the rest of the world will see the truth of my dream, too. Yes, I think that is something we can both enjoy.
Dang, I was not expecting to hit 86, but nice. Magus Resistor. I like that. Alright, we're gonna start the next mission. And then I'm gonna call it. Sound the bell, school's in. Oh, there you are, feeling refreshed, I hope. I was about to make my way to the studium as it happens. I wanted to try and speak with Scholark Monteshane and thank him for coming to our rescue in the Rostra. As it turns out, he'd come here to see us following the hearing, only to find that we'd already departed for Thavnair. Knowing him, he was probably hoping to chew the cud with his former students. Since we're still waiting for Yrstol and the others, I thought now the perfect time to pay him a visit. Care to join me? Sure. Then it's settled. The twins will be coming too, assuming Alphino could tear himself away from his new toys. I'll let you rally the troops while I go on ahead to Phenomenon. Considering my recent impropriety, perhaps I should avoid showing my face around the studium for a time. That might be for the best. If the others should return, tell them we will not be long. Alrighty. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this here. Thank you all for watching. This has been part 143 of my live stream playthrough for Final Fantasy XIV. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up by hitting that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already a subscriber. Keep up with the content. Comment down below. Tell me what you think about the game and my gameplay. No spoilers, please. And I will see you in the next video. Catch you then. Later. Bye.